Welcome back to another Cup of Conversation,
where we have conversations worth having.
I'm your girl, Chit Chat Coco.
And I'm your girl, T to the boss to the... Y'all like this? Welcome, y'all. Welcome to, what is it, episode...
97.
97. We are only 3 episodes away from episode 100, y'all.
Speaking of episode 100, y'all have supported us along this journey to even get us to 100 episodes.
Yes.
Like, who would have thought we'd be at 100 episodes? Me, I wouldn't have thought. But
I thunked it. Right on up.
Okay, but I wouldn't have thought, just because, like, sometimes I can see myself, like, feeling like, okay, we only got 3 viewers. Like, what's the point? Like, type of thing. And I think me and T always say this, but we have been the most consistent. We have been the most consistent because of those 43, 47, now 51 viewers, consistent viewers that we have had on our last few episodes. I say few. Last few episodes. Yeah. And because
I say the last probably like 3-4 months. Yeah. It's been like that.
Yeah. And so because of that, I would love for you guys, we would love for you guys to come in studio and show your support and join the conversation. Because y'all comment, y'all watch us on YouTube, y'all watch us on Spotify.
Some of y'all even like to debate us about it in the comments.
Exactly.
I want y'all to come, like, get that out in person. It's different to do this from behind your phone to really get out and talk to people in the community. A lot of y'all message us and be like, we want to start a podcast. There's so many people that message me and be like, how do you start a podcast? What do y'all talk about up there? Right. I got something to talk about. Put me on the show. Right. This is your chance.
Yeah,
this is your chance to pull up. We're going to have open mic segments where we allow y'all to come up here and do, you know.
Do your one, too.
Do your one, too. Say your things. What you was going to say in the comments.
We're going to give you a mic. We ain't taking a mic, we giving a mic. And we just want to say thank y'all for supporting us this far and getting us to 100 episodes. And we're going to keep rocking as long as y'all keep rocking with us.
Yes, because that 42 is going to grow into 42,000, okay? I can see it. It's for us. It's for us. It's coming.
Definitely. So, how you feeling? I'm
feeling good. I'm feeling, I was a little skeptical about our planning this morning.
There you go with that Leo thing.
I let it go. I let it go. After you said, this why you ain't the director? That is right. That is exactly right. Now I know my role, and it is what it is. It's
what they say.
It's above. It's above me now.
What when Nikki said? I mean, is that her name? What she said on what's that movie? She was like, she told me to shut my fat ass up.
And I shut my fat ass up. Yes, that's look. That ain't my ministry. So hey, I was overthinking it a little bit this morning, but other than that, I mean, we got to execute the plan. The shit got to be done. So it's going to get done. And y'all going to see the outcome in about a week or so, or maybe next week, in a week, whatever.
Within the week.
Y'all will see.
Yeah.
And now I'm just feeling ready to, conquer the next step and ready to plan the 100th episode, get all our merch and stuff together because, yes, y'all,
merch is on the way.
We do have a merch drop coming. Y'all did good. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all did good at the live show getting the merch.
Yeah.
The merch was good at the live show.
We didn't have any more of the shirts that most people wanted. Like, people, even after the live show, they were like, where is that shirt? I want that shirt. And we didn't have any more because y'all bought them at the show.
And to just watch people's stories and see y'all actually wearing them in y'all every day.
Yes.
That's love. That's love. So I'm really excited.
Thank you.
It's the small things, y'all. Yeah, I'm telling you, people don't appreciate the little things.
Yeah.
But we do. Okay. How you feeling? How you dealing?
I'm feeling good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good in this part of my life, Like, I'm just
You outside? You had a good time last night?
I did. We did. We went to Lombardi. The restaurant was cool. It was beautiful. The aesthetics of the restaurant, really cute. I'm going back because they have a nice speakeasy in the back. Like, you go.
I like that.
It's like a dinner party.
Closed off, like, in the
front. Walk through the restrooms back into a little speakeasy. And when I say it's so beautiful, like, they don't let you turn your flash on. It's like really like nice, like grown up vibes. Like, I could see me going there like to network. And a couple other people that we were with last night, it was like, he was a realtor. He was like, I'm coming back here. I could sell some houses out of here. Like, it was just that type of vibe. Like, people was playing. It was a man on the playing some drums, like the
Congo little whatever. I think that's what it don't. Y'all don't quote me.
Yeah. The drums. And it was just a nice vibe. It was very grown and sexy last night. The theme for the dinner was, formal. And my husband had his suit on, and it was just really nice. So I had a good time. And then, just the podcast, I feel like everything is good with that. Like, we making strides to do things. The merch, the 100th episode, rodeo season coming up. Like, it's a lot of things coming up. We got
a lot of things coming up and that we've been putting into play.
And I'm just dealing with it by doing it. Like, just getting up and doing it and being grateful that I can do it. Like, my friend just called me and I accidentally butt dialed her this morning, and she was like, "What were you doing up so early?" I was like, "Girl, I'm already here at the podcast," and we had a good time. Because after we went to Lombardi, they had a section at some club called Privilege.
Oh, y'all went outside too. You was up late.
I was up
and
late.
Up early.
Yes.
Oh, so she wondering why you even out the bed.
Yes, because we didn't get home until like 3-something. Yeah, we had a
good little grown-up night right there.
Yeah, we did have a good grown-up night. But yeah, it was a good time.
Y'all know we don't go out that much. That's a good grown-up night. No, it really we sound like aunties.
And it was really funny because in the club, like, I was just sitting there and I was just looking around, and I'm like, man, like, I'm so far away
removed for this.
From this. Like, and it was a good time though. Like, not that it was bad or anything, like the music.
It's just not.
It's just seeing like people that are younger than me. And where, like, I look at myself, I don't look at myself like as older. Mm-hmm. I know other people probably do, like, that are younger than me, but I don't. But then to see people that are actively younger than me and what they do. It actually
feels like you're a little older. Yeah. I swear, me too. That's what actually kind of clicks in my head, like, oh, you are 30 now, because I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm not doing that. And I understand why she's doing it, though. She's having a good time. She's 22.
And she looks beautiful
and she's, congratulate. That's when you do it.
It's a different world out there.
It is.
That's what I will say. That's what last night being at that club reminded me. Like, it's really a lot different stuff going. Like, I'm really far removed.
Yeah. As much as we still try to act like we grown and we still in the mix. I like that jazz lounge me and my sister went to. That's the kind of stuff I can get down with.
Did y'all go to the one that used to be the Phil and Derek? Is that the one y'all went to?
We went to... Did that used to be? No, that wasn't that. That didn't used to be the Phil and Derek, because it was in like a little pastry shop, but it was like a speakeasy. Like, you look like you walking into a pastry shop, but you walk into
okay.
a little back room, and it was real nice. Once I'll put the name in the description, because once I think about it, I'm gonna tell y'all, because that is something to recommend. But what are we talking about today?
So before we go into the main topic, you can go ahead and give us a little.
Let me give y'all the trendy topic, the controversial topic of the week. It's the elephant in the room, y'all. Everybody been talking about it. It has millions of views on every fucking platform you can think of.
Yeah.
The Drewski skit.
Yeah.
We got to get into that because as a girl finding her faith walk, and I ain't I'm in the church good, y'all. I'm in the church. You'd be proud of me because we went on a Thursday to break our fast like last week, and Damo grandma was up in there. Baby, she seen us on a Thursday. She came sit right behind us and was just rubbing on our back the whole time. Like, I'm proud to see y'all here on a Thursday. Right. Y'all ain't just Sunday church goers. Y'all actually dipping into y'all faith. So to me, for somebody that's dipping into my faith and I'm kind of new to it, that was very funny. I'm not gonna lie. It was funny. It hit the marks of the stuff that I already thought was blasphemy in the church house. But y'all sitting there in the pews like, hallelujah, we love that. But I ain't never watching no pastor's pockets or anything. So I don't think much of I do kind of think a little bit of the designer, because my pastor is, I'm not going to say flashy, but he does subtle. They do subtle flashes. It ain't a Christian Dior jacket. And y'all thought that was funny, but he actually used the picture of somebody that actually did that. Right. Like, that's and all the things that he did in that skit, which he does in most of his skits, were already done by somebody.
And we're going to get into that.
They hollering blasphemy, 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 like this shouldn't have been done. But why do you think in our community that we skip over the reality of it and attack the comedy of it when these things come up?
So, when you first sent it to me, by definition, it would be considered that. That's what it would be considered. It would be considered blasphemy. However, it was a recreation of something.
Right,
so that means that it's being done. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is new up under the sun. It stemmed from something. And so I think that's the bigger issue, like the root of the problem. Like, yeah, he made a joke out of it, this is that. And like I seen somebody else say, like, comedians have been using the black church as a point of reference for comedy for a long time. Yes. Like, this is not the first time. And I think it's just the first time it has reached so many people. Back in the day, you had to be a comedy watching person to know that type of stuff. Like, now it's a readily available at your fingertips, So I think that's what's making it more of a thing. And I think what I don't like about it is that I feel like people are more upset with him than the people that actually do it.
That's what I mean. Why do we attack?
We have selective outrage about what we and I think that has always been the thing with Christians. Like, we have always had selective outrage about certain stuff in the church, even if we take Drewski out of it. Like, just thinking about what we magnify, what sins we magnify and what we don't. Yeah. So I think that it always have been, it's okay for the pastor to cheat on his wife, but then you don't be okay for me to be gay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
like the choir director to have a little sugar in his
Exactly.
It's always that comparison.
And you can only be gay if you also are the choir director and you praising the Lord. Or you get what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. We act like we don't know choir director got a little sugar.
Exactly.
And you know what I'm saying?
You say it's the Christian community like that. I feel like the black community is like that as well, because like, for example, for the simple example, like little girls ought to not dress like that around men. Around grown men or something like that. We're not going to address the fact that they should not even look at them like that.
Right, exactly.
We're not going to address the fact that shouldn't even be a thought in their mind when they see a 12-year-old girl.
Exactly. That's the part. That's the thing. Like, we just be selective in what we want to be mad about. But why do you... Okay, we talked about kind of like why you think the skit went viral. So, because it's so many people,
and
it hit a nerve.
Right.
And I seen somebody else say a hit dog on holler.
Yeah.
That's what it really is.
That's what it's boiling down to.
What part of black culture, church is sacred, and what parts are just traditions we never question?
I'm gonna go with sacred first. I think the communing in the church, like just actually assembling together every Sunday, that's sacred for us, because again, it goes back to the whole, we were stripped away from our roots and our country and all this. And that kind of is the closest thing we got. Like, since slavery, since all that other, since the furthest back as we could think about.
Yeah, like, and it originally started too with being a meeting place for us to talk about
congregate and how we can be better, do better. So, and we really need to go back to that, child. I don't know why we have failed so far from, let's come to the church and I'll figure out who we're going to vote for. Let's go to the church and I'll figure out who, because our vote ain't going to count if we all separated. Like, if we don't start doing things, I think that's where the sacred part comes. What was the other part of the question? Tradition. Tradition that we kind of just like keep going for no reason. I would say it would be like how we kind of, I wouldn't even call it a tradition. I'm just kind of, I would say it's like a bad omen in the church. Like how people kind of pocket watch the pastor, pocket watch the people in the ministry. Like, these are people that's coming to serve us every day, come to serve God every day. Why are we not hoping that they get some money? You know what I mean? Like, hoping they taking the time out of their day to do this for a community of people. Why are we not hoping that they get some kind of compensation from this? Like, so I don't know. I wouldn't say that that's a tradition, but I think that that's always been like that in the church. Like, the church back in the early 80s, the church pastor can't drive a nice Cadillac. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or it's going to be some issues. But what about for you? What do you think is tradition?
So the part that you said that was sacred is the assembly of the body of believers. I feel like that is the part that I love the most, and I feel like it does. The reason I say that sacred is because it does hold. It's a form of accountability. I know that when I go to church and when I don't, I'm more lax in the things that I know I should be doing versus when I'm actively in church, going to Bible study and stuff like that, being
Your
around
conviction
people that
a little louder.
Yeah, it's louder. It's right. It's spot on. And so I think that's the sacred part. But in the same token, I think that the tradition of going somewhere every Sunday, every Wednesday, that religious part of that has become more of a tradition than a real purpose.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't feel like it serves its purpose as much. Well, I won't say it doesn't serve its purpose as much, but I don't feel like it's being used for the right reasons. Like, for instance, how you just said, when we come together figuring out who we're going to vote for, who benefits us and stuff like that. Just even thinking about, like, yes, it's good to go to church and get a word and know what the word of God says, but what does the word of God say not only about what you need to be doing, but how you can also advance your life in certain aspects, because the Bible teaches you about money. It teaches you about relationship with people. And I think that sometimes we use the word of God to be more condemning than it is like helpful and teaching.
Yeah.
And I say that too, because even with me personally, I really don't care for Sunday's church. Yeah. I really rather go to Bible study, because I want to study the word and I want to see how I can apply this to my life.
Right.
And although you get that on Sunday, it's more of a you ought not be on Sunday than it is really saying, okay, in the word of God, instead of using your money to do X, Y, and Z, God showed us that we need to do this with our money. We need to do this with our friends, with our loved ones. This is how we can be more loving, even to the people that might be committing sins, or people that might be out there that not all the way fully there. Like, I feel like it doesn't teach a lot, and it only has one aspect, and it's not where it started. It's not so resourceful. Like, we can't come there as a community and get anything from it. We can give a lot to it, but it's not much that we can get from it unless we're giving to it.
Like you said, like we talked about that one time with the whole, when the girl was doing the pranks on the church to see if she can get diapers and stuff like that. And on Sundays they talk about how you should be doing your tithes and offering and stuff like that. But I feel like you said, we need to use the church for more than just the study of the Bible. And of course, we need that on Sundays, Thursdays, whatever days. But it needs to be on some other days. If y'all don't know, life skills. If y'all don't know how to tithe and do your 10% and do your money in a way where you can still be able to give that 10%, let's do some financial literacy class. Let's do some scheduling boards where we kind of like say, all right, we got this bill. Let's sit down and write stuff down like that together,
and be a real impact for our community. Because if we're the main ones. And you have research that shows that people that don't have are the most giving to those buildings.
Yeah.
And true. So I feel like we should be able to be some type of help to that, even if it was as little as, because one time a while back, me and Carrie, we researched how to start a Black-owned bank, and what the church has is already the setup to have that. Yeah. And where we go and we get denied for certain things, and we can't get this because our skin color. Why are the same churches that we putting our money in taking the money that we give and giving it to these white corporations, and then we can't even get it back? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I think that's, if I could see that with my eyes, I'm not understanding why these leaders across the board haven't opened their mind up and says we need to come together collectively. If you ride up and down Homestead, I one day I counted how many churches was on Homestead. And
full, packed. Especially if you ride by them on Sunday, they full of people. So if we all come together, like you said a couple of weeks ago, you were saying, to be honest, I don't think that it'll be a day where we could see us all come together. That'll be where it starts at, if it does ever happen. Start. Like, it got to start with people who are believers. You can't go with people who are conspiracy theorists or thinking like everything. You can't go with people who's listening to anything and grab on to any little piece of thought. You got to start with people who believe in something. You got to start with a community of people. You got a group of people right here in this church. I was like, I don't understand why it's so hard for us to get the Black community back on track to financial freedom and like having our own neighborhoods and trades and goods and farms and banks,
I think because the people, I know this is, I know.
And before you say this, I posed a question on Facebook the other day, like why, kind of how like the natives have reserves and, you know, Indian territory where they police this shit. They bank that you can't go up in that area without paying your ties to them.
Because I feel like they have a different desire out of life. And I think because I don't know really, I can't say what it comes from, but I think that when you think about the Native Americans, they live with the bare minimum of life. They don't, not even the bare minimum, but they live with. They don't have to have the designer. They don't have to have the. They don't have to be seen. Like they could be somewhere. As a community,
we don't all have the same. Like, well, I ain't gonna say no. We don't all have the same goals. I know that for sure. But it ain't even in the same like realm of things.
It is because I think it's, for the most part, it kind of is. I think we have outliers like people that don't care about wearing designer clothes, driving Bentleys, and this is it. And like, you know, the pimp to pass the pipeline is a real thing.
I just told Bubba that the other day.
It's a real thing.
Oh, but I didn't say pimp to pastor. I said prison to pastor.
Oh, both of
those are
pimp
real things.
To prison to pastor.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's normally you use a pimp, you got caught, you went to prison, then you change your life, and you know what I'm saying? So it's a real thing. And so we have to remember who these people are essentially, who they were. You know what I'm saying? Not that people don't change or anything like that, but the desire sometimes of people's hearts still
have that same little bit of
you want. And then like it's so much. Like I even think about people that's now just trying to start a church. Like now, me honestly, I don't think nobody needs to start another church. I think there's enough churches. It's enough churches for us to go, for somebody to walk into and be able to, you know, feel the presence of God.
Even if you feel like you got so much to give a church, you can go up to the pastor and be the second hand or something. I don't know.
Not even that. It's so much work that needs to be done in our community.
Do you think it's like they be wanting to start it though because of the ego? Like they want it all?
Yes. That's what
See, that's the problem. That ain't you're not chasing the right thing. If you just feel like you can just do so much for the community, you can, like you said, go to another church and offer your help. It
and
ain't
gotta be
for you.
It's so many ways to reach God's people. Or you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, me personally, I feel like you got to come outside them 4 walls for real. Because 9 times out of 10, if they can meet you there at the church, that's one step forward. But you got people that they don't even feel worthy of coming in the church.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I feel like just like we think about business, and we always say, well, church is a business, it's a building, we got to pay. Yes, but you can also look at it with that same notion in the idea of having an idea about something. Figure out ask God, how can I reach out people for real?
Yeah.
Because a church, we need that. We need to assemble. But you can assemble anywhere. You can assemble in a park. Right. You can assemble at a restaurant. You can assemble anywhere. You can create a tent, put a tent out in the middle of anywhere and assemble with believers. So we don't need these buildings to do this. But what we do need is more community building, relationship building type of things. And I think that if we come from behind the ego of building this mega church, having so many members, I know God has it for me to have this church. But like, is it to have a church or is it to have a church body of believers?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so I think that,
I feel like if they put some of that together, like you said, you can ride down one street in the hood and see 7 churches. If we all just come together, that's a mega church right there.
Right there. but what's stopping us from doing that?
Egos. And I'm is it just it is just egos. Because there's people who want to be the one to say that they did X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And it's people who want to be the face of it. They can't say, oh, I'm under Pastor so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so.
No, that's not enough for them.
That's not enough.
Yeah. What would you say as far as when you hit 30, how has church culture changed since you hit 30? Like, because I know I prioritize real true connection, real peace, real joy over the performance of it. I think another thing too is about, like I said, I'd rather not go to Sunday church because I feel it's very performative, even down to the preachers. And then just thinking about like how preachers do all of it is just performative to me. Like, and the screaming and the hooping and the hollering, and I'm more of a teach me type of person. I've graduated from being the person that break down and cry every Sunday at church, because now I'm saved for real. So I need the real teaching. Like I need to hear you. I don't need you to be doing all that, because I need to focus on what you're telling me. I can't focus because you're doing all of that, and I can't focus because then you and I can't focus anymore. You get what I'm saying? So I know that, and it was really prior to me hitting 30, right when me and Carrie, we joined the church we previously went to before the church we were at recently, if that makes sense. Right before COVID, I'll say that. Right before COVID, we joined the church, and I felt like around that time we had left a mega church, a well-known church in Houston, because of that reason. Not because of that the pastor was doing that, but like just the performatives of it. Like, you know, just like we have to do this, we got to do the first lady got to get her red bottoms for her birthday. All of that was just so performative to me. And so I really was in a space of like, I really want to know who God is, and I really want to know his word. And so I'm very intentional now about where I go to church, who I listen to, and who I assemble with. Because just saying I go to church out of a religiously, because that's religion. Going to church every Sunday, doing something religiously, that's religion. And I don't want to be a part of that anymore. Yeah. And so my focus have been being intentional about being the church, like they say in the Bible. Like, I get what you're saying. You being the church and you being amongst people who who are the saying church as well. That they're believers. Yeah. And so for me, that's how it has changed for me. Not, I wouldn't say 30s, but like in my latter 20s to 30 years. That's what I was just finna say. I don't think it matters. Age matters. I think since you are further along in your faith walk, that's what it looks like for you, because you've been through years of the tired, theatrics. As for me, I went to church when I was young. My great granny is the one who kept us in church, so I probably went all the way up into like middle school. But when she passed away when I was in middle school, I didn't go to church from, like, I would say, well, I'm not gonna say I didn't go, because when I when I was in high school, we found us another church that me and my mom and them started going to, and I got baptized again there when I was like 21. But I didn't stay in the church, like you said. When you're not in there every Sunday, you don't have that same conviction like loud. And so I would still be in my Bible and stuff, but I'm not in there. So I'm not feeling convicted to stop smoking or stop doing what I'm doing, going out to the club or whatever the case may be. So I think it doesn't look different. It looks different for me because of where I'm at in my walk, not because I'm 30. I think it looks different for me because now, like you said, I'm trying to focus on the word. And I get what you mean about the theatrics. Right now, I'm in a faith walk. I'm in a season of my faith where I feel like that turns me up. Okay. Like that's I need a little yes. Yeah, I need them to act crazy like that right there. Because I need to come up out of my spiritual shell, if that's a thing. Like, you know, you could be shy in church. Like, up in here, I might talk all day, and then in church, if I don't feel like I have the right things to say, or like, you know, I ain't that knowledgeable on that subject, I'm pretty quiet, you know. So that right now is pumping me up. But I do think that a lot of people are these days picking their churches off a trendy theatrical, you know, and it's not giving like, it's giving more religion. Like, I'm just going because I know that I need to do this, and I'm recording it, and I put it on my Instagram. People know I gotta be here on Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, I've already told TikTok this is what I do, so I gotta post it. I have to go. Get ready with me for church.
You know what I mean? Like, I gotta go. But I don't want that to be my reason to be convicted to go to church. Like, for example, last Sunday, I was telling Bubba, I just had a lot to do, and every weekend, I be piling stuff up. And on Sunday, I be wanting to rest, but I be like, man, I can't sleep in too far because I got to be at church 9:45. And I told Bubba, I said, I could stay home from church Tuesday. Like, I was just thinking out loud. I wasn't really asking him. I'm thinking out loud. And he was like, you can, but I'm going to go. I was like, all right. So I'm started sitting around like I wasn't going to go. But like, I started getting the conviction, like, yeah, just go ahead and go. You know, you done got up early for everything else. Well, you know what I mean? Like, so don't skip out now. Don't skip out when it comes to, you know, the Lord. So So I got up and went, and that's exactly what the sermon was about. I said, baby, if I would have had to watch this on YouTube TV, I probably would have cut it off.
Yeah. No, really.
I would have cut it off because he was talking specifically to me. Come to the house. I know it's a lot of y'all who think y'all can make it outside. And you could, you might skip a day or a Sunday or two, but don't always wake up on Sundays with he called it the Sunday morning sickness. Like, you only get that on Sunday morning. And after a couple of hours, you all right to go out and drink and watch football games and do whatever you need to do. As
for me, I know the latter part of probably the middle of 2025, I took a break from going to church every Sunday, specifically because I started to feel that it was out of routine and not because I needed to be there. Like, it was like, you got to go to church because you got to go to church.
Yeah. Do you think some people need that, though?
Yes, I do. I think even in my life, I needed that at some point. To go, just to keep going, to make it a habit, yes. But when it became, I was doing it out of religion and not because I was trying to really seek God, that's when I had to be honest with myself and say, okay, you need to take a break and really get back to the root of it, like the root, because now you're just going for fellowship. Yeah. And and that's a good component, but I don't want to just go to church for fellowship. Like, I can fellowship anytime. Like, I can go anywhere and have, be with people. So I really wanted to make sure I was honed in on God. Like, my focus was really God. And so what I had started doing, what I didn't do is I didn't just stay at home and not do nothing. Yeah. So what I started doing, me and my husband both, we started like basically having church at home, like, but being intentional, like getting up out of the bed, opening up the Bible, talking about it, reading it, talking about it, and seeing what God wanted us to get from it, like on our own, in our own environment. Right. And I feel like I needed that because you'll go to church for all the wrong reasons. Oh, I wanna wear this outfit. Oh, I wanna, you know what I'm saying? And it's normal because we're people to sometimes get in a rhythm of doing stuff just because you just do it. You know what I'm saying? And not keeping the main thing. Right. And so
I feel like it's seasons for every faith believer, every believer like that. Like, I feel like at the beginning, it's probably good for you to be in that, just repetitive thing, just to get you in there, just to get you around people. Yeah, because, you can fellowship around anybody, but if I'm fellowshipping at the club, I ain't fellowshipping with the same people but I'm just saying that, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying that for viewer aspect, like, for people, I don't want nobody to get discouraged and be like, oh, I can't go to church if I ain't just focused in on the Lord all day while I'm there. Like, you get distracted at church, you might be thinking, why they wore that? Or, but you gotta get to, like you said, you gotta remember the main thing is the main thing. Yes. And I think back to the Drewski skit and back to the everybody that's in the outrage behind this, they forgot the main thing. Y'all didn't forgot the main thing because y'all sit up and y'all watch pastors in Christian Louboutins on these big old stage. You watch pastors spitting people eyes. You done watch pastors and Maybachs and Rolls and all this.
And then that's the other thing.
But when we make fun of it, now it's a problem.
It's a problem. It's like we have gotten away, like they say, from the plot. Like, I feel like it's okay. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I love God down. And that was one of my next questions. Can you love God and still side eye church behavior? Yes, because if you don't, then who will? Like, if you don't call it out, then who will? And so, and I think the church people sometimes are the most like easily offended type of people. And
they can't be called out.
And so that's why we have this culture of we can't laugh about it. We can see it every day, but we not gonna say nothing. But then somebody is making a joke. We mad. You know what I'm saying? But like, why we wasn't mad from the beginning?
Right. No, we was mad from the beginning. We've been side-eyeing it. We've been talking about it in our group chats when we leave. You done told somebody that if you go to church with your spouse or significant other, y'all done talked about that on the way home in the car.
Exactly.
I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care how holy you say you are. The oldest of old people. I be hearing them on my way out talk about, now why they get up there? Like, so you can be going to church till you're 80 and still getting.
Who is the